Yo, there are no chicks in here. What did I tell you?
Yeah, man, there's not even any chips. Chips! 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 They're begging us. Please have a party. Feed us drinks. Get us laid. Ow!
What are you, a narc?
No, I'm a pre-frosh. Spend the night at your frat.
Well, here's all you need to know. Classes, nothing before 11. Beer, it's your best friend. You drink a lot of it. Women, you're a freshman, so it's pretty much out of the question.
Pride of the Port Chester sports program, Tom. Hippie Olympics.
A weasel snagged the bee.
All right. Bong hits anywhere?
Go to sleep! It's time to go to sleep! Oh, my God!
What's everybody doing?
Finishing their theses, buzzhead.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time to revive an ancient tradition we seem to have long forgotten.
You guys are talking about a party.
Meet Dave and Dave are on beer. Am I okay on that side? That's good. What is this? You're gonna wear this to the show. You're gonna wear the shirt of the band you're gonna go see. Don't be that guy.
Play Metallica and they will come.
Get away from me, you Stay on your side!
PCU is a movie starring Jeremy Piven, Jon Favreau, David Spade, and that chick from Out Cold. When I watched this movie back in the day, I was like, man, college is gonna be sweet. And then I got to college and I was like, some things change. So PCU is about a preppy pre-frosh named Tom Lawrence who's visiting PCU, a campus where fraternities are outlawed and political correctness runs rampant. During his visit, Tom finds himself assigned to Draws's the Pit fraternity for the weekend, but he finds himself also in the middle of a rivalry between them and Balls and Shaft, led by David Spade. David Spade's character, Randy McPherson, has a pretty close relationship with the president, Miss Garcia Thompson. They're looking to try to get the Pit out of the house. So Miss Garcia Thompson visits the Pit and leaves them a bill from their past semester's damage bill, which they would have to pay by the end of the weekend or else they get kicked out of the house. So of course the Pit throws a party to raise the funds, but they gotta figure out a way to get people to the party, who's gonna play it, and how they're gonna get drinks. Gutter gets assigned to do the drinks, but he gets way too high and fucks that up.
What?
Can you blow me where the Pampers is? Can you show me where the campus is?
But in the meantime, he comes across George Clinton, and he ends up bringing him back over to the house unknowingly of how big of a band they are, but ends up saving the day anyways. At this point, the party still seems pretty shitty, but thanks to Tom Lawrence pissing off half of the campus, he brings them over to the house, and they recognize George Clinton's there, they pay $5 a head, and they raise enough funds to save the house. There was definitely things about this movie that were clicking on all cylinders, like the writing, the comedic timing, the acting, and the directing itself. You know, a lot of things have to come together for a movie to be great, and a lot of those things did come together for this movie. Just within the first 10 minutes of the movie, it's just filled with quality jokes and gags that automatically get you into the movie.
He's finishing his senior thesis. Big man is trying to prove the Caine-Hackman theory. No matter what time it is, 24 hours a day, you can find a Michael Caine or a Gene Hackman movie playing on TV.
Also, it's always great to see a 90s movie filled with actors who are getting their starts in careers that, eventually blossom into blockbuster careers like we see today.
What?
Jeremy Piven leads in and takes over the movie from there, and it, with his charisma and everything like that, it's really surprising that it took so long for him to really get some consistent work in Hollywood.
Fellas!
Chuck? Porterhouse? Ribeye? I know exactly how you guys are feeling. In fact, I can think of only one thing that could lift my spirits right now. Beer.
Even in the 90s, he looked like he was 40, but he was actually Van Wilder before Van Wilder was cool.
Of course!
Then we have David Spade 1 year before he does Tommy Boy with Chris Farley and basically blows up in Hollywood as Chris Farley's comedy sidekick.
Don't you remember you told me you loved me, baby? You said you'd be coming back this way again, baby.
If If you've seen some of his work on SNL's Weekend Update, you'd probably know he was perfect for this role as kind of this bratty, spoiled rich kind of kid who looks down upon people. Then there's Jon Favreau, 13 years before he launches Marvel's Phase 1 in the stratosphere when he directed Iron Man, basically playing the best clueless stoner in any movie I've seen in a long time.
I didn't exhale.
Works for me.
He's basically that boneheaded fuck-up friend that everyone keeps around in their group, basically for pure entertainment. His interactions with the stoners and his cluelessness of other music other than metal, even though he's a music major, just makes his character more hilarious. And lastly, after going through college, I can definitely say they did a really great job of parodying an exaggerated form of protesters, people, different types of protesters you see on campuses. They've definitely held a huge mirror up to some of these people, because some of these people I saw on campus were fucking ridiculous, and then you watch that movie and you look back, you're like, man, they weren't far off. Even though PCU looks like it was shot in New England, it was actually shot in Canada on the University of Toronto. During the shoot, it seems like some of the actors had a little bit of issues with the directors and how strict they were to sticking to the script storylines. It got so bad that even Jeremy Piven complained on the DVD commentary that the actors weren't allowed by the director to improvise at all. And if you're familiar with Jeremy Piven's background...
And I would sell that Benedict Arnold Adam Davies into white slavery if we lived in a place that had a market for it.
And even David Spade's comedic background.
Look, children, it's a falling star. Make a wish. Yeah, yes, that's right.
You know, they're great improvisers, so they shouldn't be taken out of their element, but I guess it did work out in the end. So that was my review for PCU, a severely underrated 90s comedy that tries to be Animal House, but not quite, but it's better in its own ways. So I'd like to rank the movie as most bodacious. So go check it out. It's out here actually on HBO Go, so if you have that, check it out. If not, check it out on Netflix or DVD. But in the meantime, go ahead and check out my YouTube channel, Circuits of Time Review. Hit the subscribe button. Also follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and be excellent to each other.